Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum friends. Welcome back to the latest transfer episode that we have for you guys. Now we will be speaking about some of the transfer updates that we have which are developing, and we do know that as soon as an hour goes there are many updates which are happening. So before we start this episode, please subscribe to the channel, press that like button as well, and please do let your friends know about Football Gupshup so that we can grow this platform on YouTube. Now I want to start straight away with Arsenal. Now there's some pretty good news which is coming in the way for Arsenal, and that has to do with Zinchenko. It has been reported by David Orenstein. Arsenal have reached an agreement in principle with Zinchenko over a 4-year contract. Manchester City will receive £30 million fee plus 2 million in add-ons. So in total is going to be 32 million in add-ons. So 4-year contract, that means Zinchenko moves to London. A pretty good acquisition by Mikel Arteta. He knows the player, he has worked with him. Now Zinchenko, he can play as a left back. He can also play in an advanced position, similar thing that he does for his national team. He was a target for Frank Lampard and Everton. He also was a target for other clubs, whereas Zinchenko wanted to seek a move. He does know that sometimes Cancelo was starting in front of him, but it seems that moving to Arsenal will be a right move for him. Now, we do know that Arsenal will look to add another player, and that could be Tielemans. We do know that Tielemans wants to seek a move somewhere else. Now, Arsenal have been in talks with Leicester City. It's just a matter of a fee as well as the agreement with the player. So Mikel Arteta and Arsenal are really doing good in this transfer window. So far they have added Gabriel Jesus as well as Vieira and now Zinchenko. So that means Arsenal fans should be happy by the acquisitions they are getting. Now talking about other club, we're going to be talking about Chelsea. We do know that Chelsea are looking to add Jules Koundé as well as Kimpembe. Now the fact of the matter is we will have to talk about PSG. Now PSG are interested in Milan Skriniar. They want to raise some cash themselves. For that they will have to sell Kimpembe. Chelsea are in talks with them. So far it seems that Thomas Tuchel is really focusing on rebuilding the Chelsea defense. He has lost Rudiger and Christensen to Barcelona and Real Madrid respectively. Now in order to get these additions is going to cost of 125 million and upwards. So we will see how that one goes going further. In regards to Chelsea, we will see some other additions in midfield as well as in the forward lineup. Now talking about PSG, I want to mention that PSG are interested in Milan Skriniar. The fee which has been reported by Inter Milan is 80 million euros. So far PSG do not want to pay that much amount. They're looking for a fee around 60 million euro fee, perhaps maybe going towards 65 million euros if there is some sort of compromise. But right now there has been news breaking in. PSG are interested in signing Lucas Hernandez. However, Bayern are yet to receive any offer. They consider the defender unsellable this summer. So that means PSG are not only looking at Milan Skriniar, they're looking at other attainable targets. Now that means if De Ligt gets his move to Bayern Munich, which is almost a matter of time, he has come to Bayern Munich. He needs to get his medical done. The deal is agreed between Juventus and Bayern Munich, 70 million euros plus 10 million euros in add-ons, and then Juventus move on to Villarreal's Pau Torres for a fee of 40 to 50 million euros. Now Bayern Munich are also looking to sell the likes of Pavard. Now Bayern Munich do know that they need to raise some cash, because not only they need a defender such as De Ligt, they are also looking at a striker position. So that means PSG, if they go in for the likes of Lucas Hernandez, Bayern Munich are not going to sell him for low fee. They're definitely going to ask top dollar for him. So let's see what happens on that front. Now talking about PSG's other target, we do know that they're looking at Renato Sanchez. Renato Sanchez is a very important target for Luis Campos, who is the supporting director of PSG. He knows what quality does Renato Sanchez brings to the field, and they do know that Renato Sanchez would be a quality addition. So let's see what happens over there. Matthias de Ligt in the meantime has arrived at Bayern Munich's training ground, so that means that deal is almost happening. Now, Marseille have made an important 11 million euro bid for Manchester United and Chelsea target Jonathan Klaus, which is expected to be accepted soon. So there you go, Marseille again moving into the transfer market. Now, talking about another transfer regarding Roma. Roma are getting a quality player in Dybala, who is gonna playing for Jose Mourinho. I mean, it's gonna be really interesting and really exciting to see the likes of Paulo Dybala playing for the likes of Jose Mourinho. And we do know that Paulo Dybala was edging closer to Inter Milan, but for some reason there was no agreement made, and it might be the fact that he joins AS Roma. He will be playing with Tammy Abraham. There might be a possibility that he also gets to play with Wilfried Zaha. It's going to be quite interesting what we will see Roma this time around with Jose Mourinho. Now, talking about another player which we're going to discuss is Frenkie de Jong. Frenkie de Jong is still in tussle with Barcelona regarding that deferred payment. So far, Manchester United, they are still waiting, and it seems that if United do not get an answer soon, they might move on to other targets. But Erik ten Hag in an interview has again reiterated on the importance of the holding midfielder's job. He thinks that Frenkie de Jong is an important player, and he sees Frenkie de Jong as a holding midfielder. That's quite surprising, because most of the United fans, most of the United critics, most of the United, you could say pundits as well, believe that Frenkie de Jong is not going to be a holding midfielder. But it's quite surprising coming from the manager himself, Erik ten Hag, who thinks that Frenkie de Jong is a holding midfielder. I mean, I can understand because of the range of passes that he has in his arsenal. He can make those through passes. He can at least clear the lines with those brilliant passes that he does. And if he plays in that holding midfielder position, is going to be quite interesting. He is not one of those destroyers kind of thing like Makaleli or Kante, who goes into tackles and get those important interceptions and get into those tackles. Let's see what happens, what kind of Frenkie de Jong game will be under Erik ten Hag in this Manchester United team. So we will get to see only if when Frenkie de Jong moves to Manchester United and plays for Erik ten Hag. Now, in another news, we also have something coming really out of ordinary. It has to do with Manchester United. This is regarding Donny van de Beek. There is some talks with Ismail Benassar from AC Milan that AC Milan are looking for around 45 million euros. If he doesn't sign a new club and United are interested in him, there might be a swap deal in which Donny van de Beek goes into the opposite direction to AC Milan and Benassar comes and joins Manchester United. This is coming out of blue, don't know why it is. Now we will be looking at Barcelona. Barcelona will have to hurry up in terms of Jules Koundé, because Chelsea are really trying to get Jules Koundé over the line. They think that Jules Koundé is a must. For that reason, Barcelona will have to somehow find some financial, you could say, backup in which they can go for Jules Koundé. But there is another player who has been linked, which is Azpilicueta of Chelsea. It has been reported that by Saturday, Barcelona are hoping to announce the signing of Azpilicueta, so that'll be quite interesting. Same thing for West Ham United, who are linked to Jesse Lingard. The talks are ongoing and he's edging closer, so that means Lingard will get to stay in Premier League. He will stay at home. He will play for West Ham United, to which he did play over there in a spell where he enjoyed his football. So let's see what will Jesse Lingard do. And there is some talk saying that Cristiano Ronaldo, Erik ten Hag has said that he might be willing to offer him another year of contract. Now that's quite surprising. It just came out of nowhere, but it has been reported. Erik ten Hag has mentioned in his interview, there was a strong saying that apparently Atletico Madrid wanted to sign, same as Diego Simeone. He thought that if you sign Cristiano Ronaldo, it will be similar to Luis Suarez, and for some reason Atletico Madrid need 40 million euros to at least to get Cristiano Ronaldo, but they don't have that kind of money. They need to make some sales in order to get that amount and then try to sign Cristiano Ronaldo. But that seems out of the window, because Erik ten Hag has reiterated he is willing to offer a new contract to Cristiano Ronaldo, maybe another season. So that means Cristiano Ronaldo would know that he is staying in Manchester United beyond this season, that might work in his favor, and maybe it shows the confidence that the manager is willing to take in him. He believes that Cristiano Ronaldo is the striker for him. He thinks that Cristiano Ronaldo would offer him that kind of, you could say, 20 goals plus a season factor, because even if he goes into the transfer market right now, they will have to pay fortunes to get a young striker. They will have to pay fortunes, and that again will not come with the guarantee that the player himself will score 20 plus goals. At least with Cristiano Ronaldo, we know that for sure that he will. Even in the last season where Manchester United were not good enough, they were not good enough for Premier League, they were not good enough for European football. In that season itself, Cristiano Ronaldo scored 20 plus goals, and that is what Erik ten Hag sees in him. He thinks that Cristiano Ronaldo is a world class player, and having him in the team is much more better rather than having not in the team. So that is why he has said that they will be willing to give another year to Cristiano Ronaldo in terms of contract. So that's pretty surprising coming from Erik ten Hag. Now, in another news, we are also going to talk about, I have it with me, is regarding Morata. It seems that Juventus would now prefer Morata to come back to the club over the signing of Nicolo Zaniolo. They were interested in Zaniolo. Roma were willing to sell him. The fee which was reported was around 40 million euros, but it seems that Juventus would be going in another direction. They don't want to go for Zaniolo. So let's see what happens. Now, in regards to Syria, there's another club, Juventus, who are close to signing Gleison Bremer. Despite strong interest from Inter Milan, they were reported earlier who were interested in him. The Brazilian is now expected to join Juventus, so that's coming pretty surprisingly, but it seems that is the case. They are ready to offer Torino 35 million euros plus 5 million euros in add-ons, and have offered the player 5 million euros a year net salary. That's 5 million euros net salary. That's quite astonishing, because 5 million euros is a lot of money. Now, talking about another news which I have with me over here, and West Ham are edging closer to signing Broja. Now, in the last session, I did tell you about, guys, that West Ham were speaking to Chelsea, but now there is a new update. It says that they're edging closer. So Lingard as well as Broja are edging closer to join West Ham United. Now, the personal terms have been agreed. The talks are ongoing about either a loan or either a permanent move. Now, this is quite interesting, because West Ham United wanted to make a £30 million move with an option of a buyback clause or a certain percentage on selling the player. Now, that is the case, but it seems that West Ham United might be looking for a loan and then changing into the permanent deal. So let's see what happens on that front. Whereas Ajax will complete the 22 million euro signing of Calvin Bassey. So he'll be signing the 4-year contract. So it's going to be quite interesting what Ajax are doing right now. First, they get Wijnaldum and then Bergwijn, and now they're trying to get the likes of Calvin Bassey as well as Brobbey, because Brobbey is being targeted by them for RB Leipzig. Remember, Erik ten Hag was linked to them as well, and it seems that Ajax are edging closer to that one. So we might see Ajax trying to get that move, and then they will complete their 5-man player list. Maybe there'll be some more additions in case if Anthony leaves. So let's see what happens on that front. So guys, these are the updates we have so far. Hopefully you would have loved today's episode. Please do subscribe to the channel, press that like button as well. Hopefully tomorrow there will be more updates coming your way, and I will make sure that you guys do get it. If not the morning session, which happens around 10 a.m. UK time, then for certain I will be there for 3 p.m. UK time for the afternoon session. So please do subscribe to the channel, press that like button as well, and hopefully I'll see you soon tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching, and have a nice one. Thank you very much. Bye bye.